Hey, Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, we love him. He was on, I guess it was his podcast, right? Babyface, the big podcast with Shaq. And he said, he was talking about the Jazz and said they weren't that good a team to begin with. And Rudy Gobert is a great defensive player without any type of offensive game. And Gobert responded, I'd lock his ass up. And now everybody's weighing in. Charles Barkley said kids in the stands would get hurt with Rudy's block shots, Rudy blocking O'Neal. He might have just said that just to be fun, to give it to him right there on the set inside the NBA. Our friend Doug Gottlieb said Rudy wins easily, right, Babyface? Isn't that what he said? What did he say here?
Yeah, Doug Gottlieb went the other way. That Shaq wouldn't stand a chance. I'm going to find it here.
Yeah, so I made the line too.
He would get torched in today's game. Yeah.
Yeah, but torched against Rudy Gobert. So,
yeah, right.
Like, well, if he's the best, if he's the all-star, right? He's the who else would he be talking about? I guess, right?
No, I'm just saying it makes no sense, right?
Well,
I mean, the fact.
Yeah, he said that Shaq got torched in today's game. Guy personally got Troy Hudson and Mike Bibby paid with his ball screen coverage. Gobert would struggle with his strength, but otherwise a handful for Shaq to score on.
All right, so I set the line at Shaq -2.5, one-on-one game to 11. Maybe this isn't a good way to demonstrate who's better in today's game, but obviously they're both in their prime. Let's say Gobert right now. Let's say Shaq. When's Shaq's prime? 2002? Somewhere around there. Shaq 20 years ago, right?
Oh yeah,
maybe
a little bit before.
A little before.
Yeah, late 90s.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he graduated us. Okay, so not late 90s. All right, Bri, who are you taking? Shaq -2.5.
No, I would definitely take Shaq because all you'd have to do is just back him down the whole way, right to the basket, and especially if you're talking about again young athletic Shaq.
Come on.
I mean, he had. Even though he can't, it's not like, have you seen Rudy Gobert ever take an outside shot? I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me because I don't know.
So neither one of them is doing it from outside of 8 feet. Yeah,
and
6 feet.
And Gobert's not scoring on Shaq then if he's not hitting outside jumpers. I mean, this, you're talking about Shaq had to play against the best centers ever.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And Rudy Gobert wouldn't even be close to some of those old guys back in the day. So, I mean, he had to, he's
Paulie Kid, did I set the wrong line? What's the final score?
It just doesn't make sense. I don't know.
No, you didn't. That's about right, Sal. Rudy Gobert should just be quiet on this issue. What has he ever won compared to Shaq? I don't care. You could say, well, Shaq had better players.
He got COVID first there, and he won that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
he was
true.
the winner in that race, I guess, when it came to that. Well,
if it weren't for Rudy Gobert, this COVID, no one would even know about COVID. Gobert and Tom Hanks, shame on them.
Yeah. No, I think I don't see. If you want to compare, Shaq's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Is Rudy Gobert? I don't know. I don't think so. Is he first ballot? I mean, eventually probably Hall. Is he a first ballot guy? I don't think so. So Shaq prime beats up on prime Rudy Gobert because there are guys right now that beat up on Rudy Gobert that were nowhere near as good as Shaq. So I take nothing away from Gobert. He's obviously a very terrific defensive player, but that's a mismatch, somewhat of a mismatch.
I'm just trying to think. So Shaq, defensive player of the year. Let's see. He never won it, right? It was never really close. Was he like top 3 or 4? I'm trying to think. And Gobert, like that's the only thing, Brian. You're right. Like maybe Gobert wouldn't score on him, but with Shaq, I guess.
Well, the thing is, Shaq used to score on Mutombo and those guys with ease, right? I mean, Olajuwon, Robinson, Patrick Ewing. I mean, Patrick Ewing. Right. Those guys. I don't know. It's like
I agree with I don't know how Gobert would score, but I agree with Brian. Like I'd take my chances with Shaq just backing him up. Continue to back him up until he gets close enough to sneak it in.
Shaq played against the best, some of the best centers of all time. Gobert hasn't had to do that.
Right.
He hasn't had to do that. Who has he played against?
All right, listen, you're both right and you're both wrong. Final score 11-9. Sorry, Shaq doesn't cover. Shaq's better, but doesn't cover. Watch, it's going to happen. Would be good. Harry, see if you can get that.
Listen, I bought back my ticket for +3.5.
You did?
Yeah.
There you go. All right. See if you can get it out of the kiosk. I'm not sure if
-1.5.
they'll let it happen, but there you go.